So good evening, you beautiful people, or good morning, or good afternoon, whenever you are watching on the replay, or maybe you're listening on the replay. Thank you so much for being here. As I am going out live now, it's 9:04 on Monday, the 22nd of April. The year is going quickly, innit? Year is going quickly. It's a good thing in a way, though, because the weather's getting better. It's been a little bit crazy. We've had sort of like hailstorms, rainstorms, and sunshine all in the same day here in Manchester, but it is getting warmer. The mornings are getting lighter, the evenings are getting lighter. Hopefully people are feeling sort of like in a better mood. It does sort of lift your mood, doesn't it, when the daylight is here a little bit later into the night. I love it. So yeah, now the year can sort of slow down as we approach summer, so it doesn't like fly by so quickly. This next hour is probably going to fly by. I'm going to be live with you till just after 10 p.m. tonight. Got absolutely loads to talk about within the acting industry, within the actonthis.tv like ecosystem. So many incredible calls coming up from members of actonthis.tv. If people don't know what Acts on This is, I do this every week, but we might as well do it again. Let me just go over to the website. Where is it? Here it is, actonthis.tv. Basically every single week I sit down with the biggest casting directors, agents, actors, writers, directors and producers in TV. We chew the fat on the acting industry. These are private calls for just members of actonthis.tv, and really dive deep. These are in-depth calls, 2 hour, often 2.5 hour deep dives into the guest and their process. If it's an agent, how you sign with that agent, who's in their team, who's in their office, what they want to receive from you in order for you to stand a chance of getting a meeting. If it's a casting director, same thing really. Who's in their office? Who is their casting assistant, casting associate? How can you send your stuff through? What are their email addresses? You know, what do they want to see from you in order to give you an audition, give you a self-tape opportunity? You'll find over 140 features in the members area with some of the biggest names in the game. Literally the people who run the TV acting industry. Like I say, directors as well. There's Kevin Boyle, a director I worked with recently on on Coronation Street. He does Emmerdale as well. Mike Gibson there, star of Stranger Things. Melissa John, star of Grantchester. BAFTA-winning director Jordan Hogg. Top agency from London, Hamilton Hadell. I mean, just like massive names. 140 or so of these past sessions in the members area, and we go live every single week for a brand new one. So what I want to start with, let me just jump back in. I'll start actually just by diving in and saying hello to people in the Facebook chat. But I want to start with just having a look at what is coming up for you guys if you are a member of actonthis.tv over the next 5-6 weeks, because the schedule is absolutely banging. And for anyone who's not a member, if you get a membership, it's the cheapest thing in the acting industry, the most value-packed membership you will find anywhere in the acting industry, full stop. Most people these days, all the bullshitters are out there charging you £60 for a workshop where they'll let you perform in front of someone for 2.5 minutes, pat you on the back and send you on your way, while they just bank it, just take your cash and have a nice time with it. Acts on This, I want to make these features as accessible just like as ever to everybody, regardless of economic background. These calls, these next 5 that are coming up, if you get a membership today, you'll get access to our next 5 calls for £5.40 each. It'll cost you 27 quid for 5 calls, which will be 10 hours of coaching with the biggest names in the industry. Plus, you'll get another 2 one-to-one calls with me for an hour. Plus, you'll get a member-only networking session on the first Saturday of May. You'll get, what will that be like? That'll be about 14 hours of coaching for 27 quid, as opposed to 2.5 minutes in front of someone who will forget who you were the second they walk out the room. And that's nothing against you, by the way. It's just how it works. People are seeing 25 people at these workshops where you get to perform the same scripts as everybody else for 2 minutes. Don't think it's that valuable, and never have. And I get a bit salty about it. But these sessions ultimately teach you the business of the business, really how it works and how you can really fast track your acting career. So before we dive into those 5 sessions coming up, and you can see them at actonthis.tv/live, by the way. You can see the schedule. Let me just dive in and say hello to some people. I did this at the start, but there's a lot of new people who have joined now. So let's have a look. So Josh is in the house after his wedding at the weekend, eating his wedding cake, which I love to see. Kate Harris, how are you? When's your first TV role? Was it Doctors aired today, didn't it? Kate, yes. If you're struggling to get the footage, Kate, let me know. I can get that for you if you want to get that footage quickly, because it's quite imperative you get that into your show reel quickly. It's a very, very busy week this week because I'm running the site on my own without producer Petch. But if you drop me an email, I'll do my best to get you that, Kate, and send it over. Natalie, good evening. Alex, how are you? Indra's in the house. Indy's in the house. Natalie's awaiting some new show reel footage as well. Let's get on that, Nat. How are we waiting for it? Is it coming out on the telly? Have you shot it? Let us know. Let's get it ASAP. The red velvet cake is going down for Josh, he says. I love it. Eleanor says, yesterday was my birthday, and I celebrated with a special photo shoot. Needed more creative content rather than just headshots on social media. Nice one, Eleanor. No, sometimes having some editorial shots is pretty cool for promoting your own projects, your own material. Maybe you've got a side hustle that you want to, you want to promote, and having some nice, high quality, photos of yourself can be really useful, for all those kind of projects as well. So good on you. Michelle Jerem, star of BBC's Granite Harbour. Not ITV, is it, Michelle? Bloody hell, that'd be sacrilegious. I'm sure it's BBC. You said, had our London premiere of Granite Harbour Series 2 this afternoon. No way. It's being aired next week. Give it a watch on iPlayer. Bump those viewing figures up to the green light season 3. Michelle, I would love you to get a season 3. Michelle is like proper inspirational. An actress who, and you won't mind me saying this, Michelle, I'm sure, came to the game a little bit later. I think left the police force at like 48 or so. Joined AtsOnThis.tv. Jumps on all of our member-only calls with all the casting directors, agents in the industry, everyone that we brought on. Michelle was there, very diligent, acted on everything, like really seriously though. Didn't piss about, didn't dally, no dabbling, proper went hell for leather. By 50, she's now starring in BBC's Granite Harbour as a series regular. That's pretty good, isn't it? That just shows you what you can achieve coming from a completely different industry, not, having done loads of acting training and, been in the industry 20 years or whatever. That's the power of acting on the business knowledge that you get act on this. So, Michelle, I would love it if you got a season 3. I am rooting for you. So I'll just put it on repeat. I'll binge it and binge it and binge it so that we get the viewing figures up. That would be good. But 2 seasons now, that's amazing. So Indy says got self-tape Sunday, self-tape Monday. That's nice, Indy. 2 self-tapes already this week. Dom's looking forward to tomorrow's webinar. I'm going to be talking about that in a minute, Dom. We'll show people that. And Zoe says, do I do one-to-one? So no, so Zoe, those one-to-ones that I was talking about were part of Rapid Fire Friday. Technically it's one-to-one in it, but it's in a group environment. I don't have time to do one-to-ones. It is something that I'm thinking of kind of outsourcing a little bit. There's a few members of our community who really have been around AtsOnThis.tv a long time, really know the ethos of it, know an awful lot of the stuff that I know, have acted on it. Like people like Michelle, have basically gone, implemented this stuff, put it into practice, and are now working on great things. I am thinking of maybe getting a core group of people together who have really nailed it and maybe offering, obviously I'll pay them, but maybe offering other members of the community an opportunity to get some more one-to-one kind of coaching, really competitively priced, but maybe sort of, hooking up with certain people in the community to maybe offer that to people who are slightly less experienced or a bit earlier on in the journey. Because it is something I get asked a lot, but honest to God, there's just literally not enough hours in the day for me to offer that, which is why, it's why we bring out programs like First TV or Fast Track each year, Bulletproof Actor each year, where the real in-depth coaching, and more access to me can kind of come from. But it's 500 hours of coaching in the members area, literally right now. If you're not a member, come and get on board, folks, because you get access to it instantly. And Nat, you're just already shot your footage, just waiting to get it back. We'll keep us posted when you get that back. Can't wait to see it. So let me just go over them, and I'll show you the live call schedule for the next 5 weeks because it's decent. There's going to be some really, really good calls. If you go to atsonthis.tv/live, you'll find this page here. I've done a slight overhaul of the website as well. You guys won't really see a huge difference on the front end, but it'll be a lot faster now. It'll load a lot faster. And I've added some nice new images as well throughout. So in 22 hours as of now, which will be 7:30 tomorrow night, we're going to be joined. Now, I know this doesn't sound sexy, but we're going to be joined by, in my opinion, the best actor's accountant in the entire industry, right? And the reason we're doing this session now, and again, bear with me, I know it's not a casting director or an agent or somebody like that. This could be probably the most profitable session of the entire year that we do. Okay, it's a brand new tax year. We've just started the 2024-2025 tax year. Rules have changed, by the way, around self-employment, around setting up as a limited company. And ultimately, you know, there are many ways now as actors. If you register yourself as self-employed, you can save an awful lot of money. Literally, I would imagine probably 400 quid a year, I would say you are leaving on the table if you're an actor and you are not registered as self-employed right now. And I know I'll get a load of kickback and people will be like, but Ross, I'm not earning anything from my acting career right now. And I'm like, that's the exact reason you need to be registered as self-employed. Because right now you are probably amassing, and let me know in the chat, like if you had to estimate, you had to have a guess. Sarah, don't worry about being late. You're all good. If you had to guess how much you spend a year on your acting career, just do a little bit of quick maths and just tot it up and just put it in the chat for me. I'll come back on camera for a second, just and then we'll go back over this in a second. Because you really, I promise you, you will be leaving money on the table. Let's just say you have Spotlight, that's 183 quid. You might have a yearly membership to Act on This, that's 279 quid. Best value you'll get in the industry, full stop, out of anything. You probably go to acting classes, maybe 20 quid a week. So what's that? You know, across a year, a grand, something like that. You'll then have headshots, showreel. You might go to random workshops. You might subscribe to other publications, other casting sites. I reckon, on average, most people will be spending £2,000 a year. And they're investing that in their career. Don't look at it as that's what you're spending and that's what you're losing, because that's a really, really negative mindset around it. This is an investment in your career, in your business as an actor, okay? If you were running a t-shirt business, a cupcake business, a plumbing business, you would have to invest in tools, probably a lot more than £2,000, to be honest with you, if you're a plumber or something like that, in order to run your business. I think we get off lightly as actors. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, we're asked to spend so much money. I'm like, have a look around you at other jobs and what other people have to invest in their career to get qualified. You know, if you're I don't know, an accountant, all of the tens of thousands of pounds worth of exams you've got to do to be qualified as an accountant, for example, okay? As actors, you just wake up one day and go, I want to be an actor, and then you go and, you know, spend a couple of grand on headshots, a showreel, and getting on Spotlight, right? It's not a massive barrier to entry. Now, I know money is tight and it's not easy to come by, but that's why registering as self-employed would be so useful for you, because if you're spending right now £2,000 a year, and maybe you're not making any profit, you know, so maybe you're doing, I don't know, just 500 quid's worth of acting work a year, or maybe none. Maybe right now you're at the start of your journey, you're not earning a penny from acting. An even better reason to be getting registered now as self-employed. If you take yourself seriously and you're doing this for a career, not just for a laugh, because I'd imagine if you're doing it for a career, you don't expect to be earning nothing forever, and you're not buying into that myth that this is how it has to be. 98% of actors are out of work. Oh, so what you're going to do, you're just going to accept that you're going to be in the 98%. Most people, without sounding harsh, that I meet are in the 98% because they've just, like, I don't know, like, accepted that that's where they have to be. I think it would be like that 98% out of work could possibly fall to 60% of people out of work, or even 50, have 50-50 if people did more to take control of their careers. 98% of people are leaving it in the lap of the gods, leaving it to chance and powerful other people, whether they're going to work or not, as opposed to going, hang on a minute, I'm in control. So if you're taking this seriously, you want to be in the 2% of people, you know, who are working and earning good money from their career. So it's worth setting up as self-employed. If you amass £2,000 of losses a year, that's the equivalent of £400 tax you will save against future profits. So the first £2,000 that you earn, you know, that'll hit you at break even, and then any more than that, you know, you're going to save roughly the £400 tax that, you know, that you can offset against future profits by setting up a self-employed now and registering all of those losses. Now, if you're doing that multiple years, obviously that adds up as well. Registering self-employed, my guest tomorrow night, Glyn Jelly, incredible accountant, been my accountant for years now, changed my finances completely in the way that I operate my business, both as Act on This and as an actor. He will set you up. If you're a member of actonthis.tv and you join this call, Glyn is going to set you up as self-employed for free, and he'll do your first year's tax return at a massively reduced rate as well. So it's worth just getting on board this session tomorrow night just for that. But basically, Glyn's going to be walking everybody through when to get registered as self-employed, why you want to do that, all of the 2024, 2025 rules, a lot of the expenses you can claim as an actor that you probably don't know about, and those that you think you can, that you can't. That's another big thing as well. A lot of actors think they can claim stuff back that they can't. You do not want to get investigated by HMRC and end up with a fine. And you might think, oh, well, I don't earn any money yet, so they're not going to investigate me. That's why they'll investigate you, because it's a damn sight easier to investigate somebody who's got 10 pages of accounts than a multi-million-pound firm with 10,000 pages of accounts. You know, it's humans that have to go through that. So you're not immune if you're on the lower earnings level to an investigation from HMRC. You are on a roulette wheel that's spinning at all time. Any one of us can be picked out from that roulette wheel at any moment. So you want to make sure that you've got somebody like Glyn doing your accounts for you. But Glyn's going to join me tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Going to walk you through absolutely everything. And he is going to be doing this deal like he did last time he was on a couple of years ago for any member of Acts on This. And I know lots of people in our community have now, you know, registered as self-employed through Glyn, and they're loving life. They're not the people running around in January, you know, like a headless chicken looking for receipts. And you might also be thinking, oh, but, you know, I can do my tax return myself for free. The whole point of an accountant is they save you more money than they cost you. That's how they stay in business, folks. So, honestly, this session tomorrow could seriously be the most profitable session that we do this year. So, so get on it. I'm just having a look before we dive into the rest of the guests. I'm just going to come back on and have a look at what people think they're spending in their career. Oh, Sally Ann, thank you. She's reminding me to let people in on Facebook. Yes. Nobody might want to come in, but I just thought I would just give it a little check. I did let about 5 people in just before we started, so maybe that was it for tonight. No more pending approvals as of yet, Sally Ann, but thank you for letting me reminding me of that. Right, let's have a look. So Zoe reckons, says, I have Ross, that's another accountant who works for Glyn from Summit Accountants, helping me with my 23-24 tax return, says Zoe, being a godsend. They're amazing, honestly. If you get, you know, you get all these people like running around in January, like just no clue what they're doing. You're just wasting money. You might think you're doing your tax return on your own is saving you money. It's not. I guarantee you're not claiming for stuff you could be. You're claiming for things that you can't. You know, you're not offsetting all of your losses. You're not making a note of all of that and backdating it all. You know, I promise you, if you don't have an accountant doing this properly for you, who knows the acting industry as well, not just your dad's mate who does the accountants at the golf club or whatever, right? You need somebody like Glyn who actually deals with high-end, you know, TV production companies, top actors, producers, directors. You know, he's based in Media City. This is what he does day in, day out. So he reckons she spends easily 1,500 quid expenses. Alex says last year I spent 4.4k. So Alex, I mean that's £800 tax that you will save, mate, on future profits. You won't pay that on future profits. So it's well worth, you know, recording all that. Josh is about 3k. So yeah, no, honestly, it's oh, and also let me just show you. I'll show you. Actually, I can't do it now. Just want to show everybody where you get your receipts from if you're a member of Acts on This, because people might not know. You download your receipts. If you go into your members area, I'll show you in a bit. I'll show you where that will be. You go into your members area, you click on your picture in the top right hand corner, you click on settings, and then you'll find in that settings screen you'll see something that says purchase history. If you go into that, scroll all the way to the bottom, you can just open up a purchase history little section, and you can download all your receipts as a PDF. Obviously, if you're doing your accounts, you're going to want all of your receipts. So that was a highly requested feature that I built in and then never told anybody about. So you can do that now. You can do that. So that's tomorrow night. I've got a little trailer that I'm going to play out of Glyn now. You're going to see him. He's a top bloke, and he's going to fill you in a little bit of what we're going to discuss. Although I've covered it mostly, but here's Glyn anyway. Actors, it's a brand new tax year, and if you want to save yourself literally I want to invite you to this week's ActOnThis.tv live mastermind session. It is taking place on Tuesday, the 23rd of April at 7:30 p.m. on Zoom with this absolute legend here. In my opinion, the #1 actors accountant in the UK. It's MD of Summit Chartered Accountants, Mr. Glyn Jelly, in the house to make us all richer this year. Glyn, thanks so much for being here, mate. What are we going to be covering on Tuesday night then?
Well, first of all, if you're an actor, you're not self-employed yet, then why are you leaving potential money on the table? Literally hundreds of pounds. And even if you don't think you're enough, there's probably potential that you should be registering for self-employment.
Yes.
We'll also be covering changes to the tax rules for 24-25 following the budget. And then we'll be looking into how you can make the most of those changes to save yourself even more money. Then we'll be looking at things you can claim as an actor. There might be things you didn't know. And then hopefully answer all the questions that you have so that you're more informed for the year ahead.
Yeah, and you're not panicking come like January where everybody's like just like looking for receipts for everything to try and get their tax return in at the last minute. If you want to get involved in this, guys, I would really highly recommend you do. Get yourself over to actonthis.tv/live for full details of this session and every session we do. We sit down almost every single week with the biggest casting directors, agents, actors, writers, directors, producers, other industry pros like Glyn to help you push your acting career forward way, way faster. So actonthis.tv/live for that. And then, Glyn, a little bit of pressure. I might have asked you this last time you were on, but why don't actors want to miss this session in particular?
Well, firstly, accountancy is amazing.
Yes.
So you don't want to miss that. Next, you don't want to lose the ability to save money, and yeah, we'll be covering that. And then there might be an offer as well to help, especially new actors. You know, if they need to get self-employed or if they need the device to get set up. So yeah, we'll be here to help.
I love it. There might be a little offer that Glyn's got in his back pocket for all Acts on This members. So yeah, honestly, folks, if you literally want to save yourself hundreds of pounds, if you like money and you want to be richer as an actor, be there. actonthis.tv/live. Oh, I was getting carried away there. I nearly forgot to turn the camera back on. There will be a little offer that Glyn is doing for all members of ActsOnThis.tv. It's an exclusive offer for members. That in itself is worth getting your membership because that's going to save you a shed load of money. Definitely. But actonthis.tv/live. Go check it out. And I'm going to tell you how you can get a free Acts on This membership in a minute as well. I can see people in the chat asking about the Acts on This app. Now, the brand new Acts on This app was supposed to launch for Apple, all Apple products today. There was a slight mistake they'd made on a picture. I have the... Oh, you can't see it here. I have the new pictures here. Can you see how when you scroll across, these are the preview images. Those people on the audio experience, you won't be able to see this. And you won't be able to see that much anyway. You can't see it on my phone. It's all reflective. They just needed to upload new images, and they'd uploaded a set that I sent them last week, the wrong ones. I sent them a new set, and they'd we've uploaded the old ones. So I went to approve the app today to transfer it from their developer account, my developer's accounts, to my account. And I realised that the wrong pictures were there. So I've had to email and say, listen, can you upload the pictures again? Then hit publish, then send it over to my developer account, and then it'll be ready. So by the end of this week, I promise you, and then once that's approved, it's a very quick process to then get it over to Android. It's just got to be perfected for Apple first. And then Android will be just days away as well. So yeah, it might be available for both Android and Apple this week. I was hoping it was going to be last Friday. But it just shows you, sometimes not everything goes to plan, but I promise you it'll be worth the wait. You're going to have all of your membership and all of the Acts on This community, the community hub, our live meetups, our video calls, all within the app. The only thing you'll do outside of the app is our weekly Zoom calls. That's it. Everything else will be actually, in the app. Even our Rapid Fire Friday video calls that we do as a community, they'll be inside this app as well. So it will be worth waiting for. But that's Glyn. Anyway, tomorrow night for all members of ActsOnThis.tv, as I say, I know accountancy, you might think, oh, it's not a very sexy subject, but money is, isn't it? I'm sure there's not a single person on here who does not want to earn more money and be richer. That's the whole idea behind that session. If you like money and you want to have more of it this year, be there on that session, okay? And if you're watching on the replay, go watch the recording in the members area. Right, very quickly, other guests that are coming up. If you get a membership now, folks, if you're not already a member, you get access to all of these for just a month's membership. Get a month's membership today, 27 quid. You'll get access to Glyn's session. We've got our showreel surgery session of this quarter next week, which is where we play out 5 Acts on This member showreels. Chris Stone, in my opinion, the best showreel producer in the UK, will critique them. We go over an 8-step formula to help you create the best showreel you have ever had, one that will land you opportunities on autopilot while you are sleeping, if you put it in the right places. Week after that, this legend, Mr. David Crowley, Hollyoaks director and on-set acting coach at Hollyoaks. This is the guy that puts actors through their screen tests at Hollyoaks. If you are looking for a role in serial drama, a regular role, particularly Hollyoaks, David will no doubt go on to direct other serial dramas. I'm sure Emmerdale, Corrie, EastEnders, Casualty, you know, are all on his radar. You know, currently residing at Hollyoaks. David's an absolute legend, though. He's also the head of Acts Up North, an incredible acting school as well. Really knows his shit. Really, really knows his stuff. So we're going to go over an audition script for Hollyoaks. We did this once before, but we're going to attack it a different way this time. I'm going to be getting a couple of people from the community out of the audience that night when we have him on. This is happening on the 7th of May. We're going to get you to audition, mock audition, on the Zoom call, read this script cold, no preparation. It's going to be exciting. And we're going to look at really approaching audition scripts, how to nail them properly, so that you can walk into the audition room absolutely confident you're going to deliver your best. So that's going to be a banging session. Week after that, Mr. Guy Howe, CEO and head agent at WGM Atlantic Group. Top agency is going to be back in the house on the 16th of May. Guy's not been on for a few years. The agency, WGM, has grown massively since the last time we had him on, taking on lots of new clients, all working at the top of TV. He's got a literary side to the agency now as well. Takes on, you know, other people from the industry and basically creates packages so that you might rep a writer and a director who are working together, you know, put them together as a package, get his actors involved, you know, and get stuff commissioned. Really, really great guy, incredibly business orientated. I really like the cut of his jib. He's a hustler as well, so really works hard. So Guy's going to be back on. Then this absolute legend the week after, Mr. Victor Jenkins, one of the top TV, can't say that again, one of the top TV casting directors in the land, one of the nicest guys in TV. He's been one of the most supportive casting directors I've come across when it comes to Acts on This. I think after this session, which is happening on the 21st of May, Victor will reclaim his crown for the most appearances on Acts on This. In fact, he's already got it because he was on when we did the Long Shadow Roundtable with Catherine Kelly and David Morrissey and Lewis Arnold and Sasha Spark. So he's already got it. Now he's just getting another notch on there. So yeah, Victor's going to be back on the 21st of May. He's just casting the biggest shows in the world right now. Huge shows, whether they're UK-based shows or for streaming services. Massive back catalogue of some of the, you know, the biggest shows to grace our screens. Victor's a really, really sound bloke and somebody who's casting radar you really, really want to be on. So they're on next 5 sessions. We've got Claire Bleasdale, absolute legend, coming back after that as well. When's that? That's the 30th of May. Claire's a really sort of what's the word? Kind of versatile casting director. A lot of casting directors focus on one discipline. They'll do theatre, they'll do TV drama. They might literally just specialise in commercials, and that's all they do. Claire does it all. Like, she's really successful in the commercial world, TV, theatre, short film as well. Absolutely, you know, smashes out award-winning short films when it comes to casting those. She was responsible for casting the BAFTA-winning Cowboy Dave. That was a great film a couple of years ago. Claire's just wicked. Really, really, you know, just like straight talking, dead honest. Claire's going to be on the 30th of May. So the next 6 sessions. I won't spoil any more surprises. We've got obviously loads, you know, lined up over summer. But get an Acts on This membership, folks. You won't get better guests. You won't get more in-depth knowledge anywhere. You get all the sessions recorded. You can watch them back. You can listen to them back in your own time. It's an absolute game changer. So loads of people coming up. And now, I'm just going to dive into the comments, and I'm going to tell you how, if you want, you can get an Acts on This membership completely free of charge, because we talked about this last week as well. Let me just see what's going on in the comments, though. See what's going down. So many comments flying by. I can't read them all. We've covered the app, so that's good. Look forward to the app, says Caroline. It is good, Caroline, honestly. I wish you could have it now. I've got it on my phone. Works beautifully. But it's just not under my account. I just need it put onto you have your own Apple developer account. I need ownership transferred from a developer called Sarah. It's transferring from her account to my account, and then I can put it out there, and then all is good. Can you download on an iMac, or is it just iPhone? So it's so you can get it it will work on iPhone and iPad. It's not an iMac app, although I think you can emulate iPhone and iPad apps on your iMac. It's probably not the most intuitive though, because if you're, I mean, I don't know, maybe, I mean, give it a try, Zoe. Let us know. I'm not tested it, but it is available, yeah, natively for any iPhone and any iPad, and it will be the same for Android phones and Android tablets as well. But there are different rules when it comes to desktop applications. And now that what's it called? The Apple, them goggles that you put on and you can see apps in front of you. That's a completely separate development process for that, so it's not compatible with that. Right, let's have a look. Really excited for this session, says Sarah. I'm on holiday, but going to do my best to drop in. Love it, Sarah. That is dedication for you. Absolutely love it. Right, so I wanted to do a little recap on something we covered last week for members of ActsOnThis.tv, and that's something that I have relaunched, basically, bigger and better than ever. And I really hope it's going to help you guys earn extra income, ultimately, to get you out of your day job at least one day a week or so, or at least for now to get your ActsOnThis.tv membership for free, okay? I ran a session last week, a bit of a training for Acts on This members on our affiliate scheme. Now, I've ran an Acts on This affiliate scheme for a number of years. I've never really promoted it. It needed a big overhaul. It's now had that. And I'm ready to relaunch it. I relaunched it last week, and people are already running with it now and getting results. Ultimately, what it is a ready-made business in a box. It's a side hustle for any members of ActsOnThis.tv that want to earn more money by partnering with me to help me grow this community. So it's not a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme or anything like that. It's literally just a way of me, kind of creating an army of ambassadors for Acts on This. If you're a member of ActsOnThis.tv and you're getting value out of your membership, which I hope you are, I still stand by it's the most valuable thing in the acting industry, full stop. I'm not just saying that. I know it sounds like hype, but I've worked for 14 years to create the thing that I need in the acting industry. I just think it's better than anything else that people put out there. You can get more in-depth knowledge than any workshop you can go to, any book you can read. It's up to date, brand new guests every week. I'm not repurposing. I'm seeing companies now repurpose Instagram lives that they did with someone and they're now selling it as a course. I'm like, come on, be better. They don't dive into any of the nitty-gritty because a lot of these other companies are not run by actors who are actually working, or they're not run by actors at all. I won't run this community when I'm not on TV. I just won't do it anymore. It's pointless. It's hypocritical. So I am a massive advocate of this. I shout about it from the rooftops all day, every day. I'm like, if I can get you guys, if you're getting value, to do the same, I want to pay you well for doing that. I know a lot of you already do this. You write lovely tweets, you put Facebook posts out, you take screenshots of our features, and you're like, I just learned this from this feature, and you might tag the casting director in it and say, thanks so much for this. You're already sort of doing the promo for me. I just want to pay you for it, ultimately. So I did a training last week. If you go to ActsOnThis.tv, I've put this out for everybody now, /free, ActsOnThis.tv, /free, you will see this page here. And it says, get your Acts on This membership free and earn hundreds of pounds by sharing what we do. The training that I did last week is a video here that you can watch. It's 2 hours, so it's quite in-depth, but we really go deep on how you can maximize the affiliate scheme, where you put your links. Basically, I give you a unique link for you. Nobody else gets that link. It's just yours. If you share that with another actor and they join the membership, ultimately you get paid. You get a 25% commission on a monthly membership if they buy that, and a 10% commission on a yearly membership if they buy that. I've done it as a podcast version here for you as well. And then here's all about the membership. Obviously, you've got to be a member to get access to the affiliate scheme. So not only will you get the best acting career coach in the industry, full stop, you'll get paid for helping your friends get the best acting industry, coaching, full stop. So I'm going to play just a little 2 minutes of that training that we did last week, and then you can watch the full thing at ActsOnThis.tv /free. But here's a little bit of what we covered. Josh, I think if you're here, you might be in the trailer here, mate. Here to help me help you get your Acts on This membership free of charge and potentially earn thousands of pounds a year by helping me grow this incredible community. It's producer Petch back in the house. Petch, are you excited to share this info with our members or what?
Mate, I am super excited. I wish I had something like this when I was starting out.
Who wants their Acts on This membership for free? Who would like me to pay them hundreds, potentially thousands of pounds a year for being a member of Act on This. We're going to show you how you can make that happen tonight via this. The Act on This affiliate scheme. It's your new side hustle / a ready-made business in a box. 1, become a member of actonthis.tv. 2nd, you then have to join the Act on This affiliate scheme. It's completely free of charge. Then you get access to your unique share links, okay? You give these to your friends and fellow actors. If someone signs up through your link, it's as simple as this. You get paid. So how much can you get paid? If you can bring us 20 actors into the membership, you're going to get £1,620 a year. That's just paid for your Act on This membership, your spotlight, your headshots, your show reel, your equity, and I've even put Earpetch a weekend away. Posting your links in your posts on X is a great idea. There is a hashtag that's very popular amongst actors who are looking for an agent, and that is Petch.
Seeking representation.
Harry is prime for someone who could benefit from an Act on This membership. Instagram stories we're going to look at, Petch. This is a big one. You can add clickable links to stories. So I wanted to leave a link for everybody else to just check it out. I'll leave it here. Click it. What were you doing to get those clicks and get those initial commissions anyway?
So I literally just told them about Act on This and how before I joined Act on This, and I was basically doing nothing.
Now go make some money, folks. You've got all the tools you need. Boom, actonthis.tv /free. Go check out that training. If you're not a member, get a membership. You'll get access to the affiliate scheme. And ultimately, you can start earning money by just helping me spread the word about what we do and just, introduce your friends to the community. Dominic, I can see you said that you needed help with your login, your email. The email that you use to register, mate, is your Hotmail 1985 one. I don't know if that was the one you were trying to log in with. Let me know, because it all looks good my end here. But yeah, you should be able to reset the password for that, as long as you were trying to reset the password for the correct email. But I don't think there's a typo in it or anything like that. Just let us know anyway. Drop me an email and I'll help you out with that. But yeah, I would love it if people would would get involved in that. It just helps me spread the word about what we do. It still amazes me when I meet actors and they've not heard of Act on This. I've been doing it 14 years. I get the biggest people in the business on, and you still aren't aware of it. And then the first thing people do is, once they've got a membership, they go and leave a review on Trustpilot, and one of the first things they say is, I can't believe I didn't do this sooner. I didn't know about this sooner. So it seems that no matter how much money I throw at marketing and how much stuff that we do and how many times we post, I can't hit, I don't know, I bet I've probably not even hit 25% of our industry. So if you guys can help me, I would hugely appreciate it. And obviously, I want to pay you handsomely for doing that as well. So let me know in the chat if you're up for it. And yeah, let's grow this community. The more people we got in the community, the more resources they have to put back into the community. The more things I can develop for you guys. I say, like the new app, brand new development. The community hub's a brand new development. Zoe, I can see you said you downloaded all your membership receipts. That was a development. People kept asking me, for a login so they could find all of their invoices. I used to have to send them to people manually. And I was like, right, I'm going to get a developer to build it. So we built it. And then I forgot to tell you that I built it. So that it costs money. Ultimately, it all costs money. So the more people we can get into the community as possible, the more features I can create for you guys, and still keep the price really, really cheap. You don't get anything these days, for £6.75 a week. My brew at Starbucks this morning was almost that. Most people are spending that on a Subway sandwich was £7 yesterday, or £7.99 or something. It's insane. And people will go and spend this kind of money, and then they'll say, I don't have any money to put in my acting career. Like, stop wasting money, because we're all guilty of it sometimes. For convenience, we'll just go and grab a Subway as opposed to going, hang on a minute, is there a cheaper way to do this? Sometimes you've really got to prioritize. But hopefully, joining the affiliate scheme, earning more money through that will help you out there as well. So yeah, let us know. I used to do Subway's adverts as well, by the way. The voiceover, I would go, Subway, eat fresh, like that. Some things. What was the advert? It was this. I still remember it to this day. It went something like this. It showed you pictures of. There was a guy on a first date, and he'd gone to his date's house, and their parents got the photo album out of of this girl he was going on a first date with, and started showing baby pictures of her. And the voiceover went like this. It went, I remember it. It went, "There's some things you don't want to see," meaning the pictures, "and some things you do, like the new subs at Subway. You know they're fresh because they're made right in front of you, and you can get a different 6-inch sub of the day from just $2.99. Subway, eat fresh." And that shows you how old it was, because it was $2.99 for a 6-inch Subway. I bet it's dearer than that now. It's years ago. But yeah, that was Subway. Now they're £8. You know, bloody hell. We're in the wrong business. We all need to set up Subway franchises, and we'd be bloody rich, definitely. Let's have a look. Right, what else is going down in the chat here? Andrea says, "I'd wear a T-shirt advertising you and walk up and down the street." Andrea, well, this is something else I wanted to talk to you guys about. I am finally, and it's mental. I'm doing all this now. Petch isn't here as well. I'm going to be overwhelmed. Going to set up a merch store potentially at the back end of this week. I'm going to get tomorrow night's session out of the way with Glyn. I've got to edit that all myself on Wednesday because Petch is on his honeymoon for a couple of weeks. But then the end of the week, I want to integrate a Shopify store with some print-on-demand Act on This merch for you guys, because you've been asking me for it for ages. Again, I'll make it as cheap as possible. I'm absolutely not interested in profiting from the merch, because as Andrea says there, it's advertising. I just want free advertising. It'll be cool. It won't be like just a T-shirt with the website address on. It will have the logo on, obviously. But it might have some cool stuff on the back. A lot of people have toyed with the idea of us putting "Bye for now" on the back of the T-shirt, because it's what we say at the end of every live broadcast. I'm going to create T-shirts, hoodies, caps, water bottles, I think, notepads, and potentially highlighters, because they're the kind of things that we use at, read-throughs and auditions and stuff like that. So, I found a company that I think's suitable for doing printing on demand. It's relatively cheap. And it all hooks up, so it'll be pretty much hands-off. Once I've developed it, you guys can buy. It'll be printed, packed, sent off to you without me having to touch it, which is great. So that's quite exciting. So, Andrew, you will be able to wear a T-shirt advertising Act on This very soon. Let's have a look. Indy says, "What is that? I suggest Ross gets Baileys." Yeah, I only drink Baileys at Christmas. We could have an Act on This Baileys collaboration at Christmas. Notepad, Zoe, I know you love a notepad. Yeah, we're definitely going to do notepads. So you can, and I was thinking of I can't do it yet. They'll just be sort of normal line notepads initially, but I was thinking at some point of developing a notepad that specifically, let us know if this is something you'd use. Maybe you're like, it's bullshit idea, Ross, and I never use it. But I'm thinking of developing a notepad that would be used specifically on our live calls. So it would be broken down into sections of, like, name of guest, people in their office, like their current staff email addresses. You could just write down notes and pertinent information from those, from those sessions, social media handles, that sort of stuff, just so you've got like a uniform way of recording everything that's within the sessions. I don't think that would be too difficult to arrange. I'd have to just create all those kind of pages in a program like Canva or something, and then just get them, printed on demand. Zoe says, "Yes, please." Alex says, "Yes, I'd love that." I think there is something nice about writing stuff down still, isn't there? I know we live literally on our phones, but I still I write stuff down every day. I mean, I do something called the BPS model that Matt Hall, mindset coach, teaches, that we do in Bulletproof Actor, which is brain dumping, prioritizing, and scheduling your tasks of the day. And I still do that, written down to this day, all in here. You won't be able to see it, but every single day I do that. I write it down. I don't use my computer. I don't, because I've got highlighters for marking off what is done and what isn't done and stuff like that. I like it. It's something quite nice about still writing things down. Amy says a diary with a goal section would be ace. Well, that's something as well that we could definitely look at, like an overall kind of planner with it'd be like a 52-week planner with a section each week for the live calls. That's definitely something that we could do. I still love stuff like that. I do enjoy it, definitely. Let's have a look. My life making notes just got 10 times easier, says Zoe. We will try and make it as easy as possible for you, Zoe. Definitely. Right, what else have I got to share with you tonight? So I've covered the live calls that are coming up. We've looked at Glyn Jelly's session tomorrow if you want to basically save money. get set up as self-employed. Who's not done that yet, by the way? And let us know in the chat why you've not done it. Because maybe it's just you were overwhelmed, intimidated by the process. You didn't think there was any point because you're not earning money from your acting career yet. These are all like really like logical reasons why you've not got been registered as self-employed, but they're actually the reasons you should get self-employed. Because like I said before, you can save hundreds of pounds a year by offsetting your losses, but you need to record them with HMRC, otherwise you can't. So yeah, join us for that session tomorrow night. You'll learn all about it. John's here. All right, John. He says, calendars have really helped me focus and even for goal setting. Yeah, that's scheduling, mate. That's just scheduling. If schedule it, get it done. Basically, get it out your head and down on paper. You'll find you're way more, proactive if you do that. Alex said, it would be good if you could get it to work with Scribesy. What's Scribesy? It allows you to save notes from your notebook on your phone. Interesting. Is that where you would take a picture of it, Alex, or something like that, and it will read your handwriting? Because I've seen apps like that as well before. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I'd have to have a look and see what is compatible with that. But yeah, if I can make it work like that, I will do, definitely. Sarah says, I'm not registered as self-employed. I've only been back acting for 6 months. I need to get on it. Sarah, yes. Join us tomorrow night. Get on that session. The good thing as well, once you register as self-employed as well, you'll feel like you're just taking yourself so much more seriously than when you're just, coasting along. I find a lot of actors feel like they're just dabbling. If you were going to set up if you were going to have any other business, I guarantee you, if you decided to set up a t-shirt company, a merch company, a cupcake company, I don't know, whatever it would be, one of the first things you'd do is register as self-employed, because you'd be like, right, I'm taking this seriously. This is my business. Actors, I think, just have such limiting beliefs about the fact that they don't think they can ever be profitable, that they don't do it. They're like, oh, well, I want to be an actor. I'm an aspiring actor. I'm a budding actor. No, you're a freaking actor. Start saying it proudly, telling people you're an actor, and they say, what is it you do? Well, I'm trying to be an actor. No, you're not. You're trying if you're not registered self-employed and you're not taking it seriously. Yeah, you're just trying, but commit to it. And ultimately save money. So yeah, Sarah, join us tomorrow. We'll get you sorted. Easy peasy. And Alex, that Scribesy thing is, if that's what it is, I'm aware of that, mate. I'll try and, I'll see what the parameters are to make notepads work with that. That'd be a good idea, definitely. Let's have a look. Julie, we got where's your comment gone? Because I'm not doing any acting at the moment. But Julie, are you spending money? That's the thing. Doesn't matter whether you're acting or whether you're making any profit. If you are spending money on your career, you are leaving money on the table if you're not registered as self-employed, because you're not recording the money you are spending to offset against future profits you will make when you do start acting work. And I get it, because it seems logical. That's what 99% of actors do. 9 out of 10 actors will think there's no point in registering as self-employed because I'm not making any money from my career yet. I get it, but that's because they don't know the business of the business. And a lot of actors feel that business and creativity just, can't go hand in hand. I'm like, it's absolutely part and parcel of my career. How can I maximize my profits from any voiceover job, any acting job, if I don't understand the business side of things? And if and you don't have to understand it all. That's why you have an accountant. Glyn will be like, right, okay, you can literally, if you're an actor, you can rent a part of your home out to yourself, for your office, where you send your emails and do your self-tapes. You can literally rent part of your house off yourself to save money. And it's legal. It's all completely above board. It's not sketchy or anything like that. Actors just don't know they can do this sort of stuff, There's lots of things you should be accruing as expenditure to offset against future profits so that you don't have to pay tax. You already pay enough freaking tax in your day job, I am sure. The amount of tax that I see going out the door from my company in VAT, in corporation tax, the personal tax that I pay, it's sickening. I'm disgusted the amount of money that I give away. I'm like, I am not going to give more away than I need to. And a lot of actors do because they don't know the rules. So, honestly, if you're not making profit yet, that's a perfect reason to get registered. Let's have a look. Indra's registered. Nice one, Indra. That's all good. So he says, my mum put me off to begin with, as she was like, no point, so you're in profit, but I listened to Ross instead and set up, and it's the best decision I ever made. Yes, so. And I don't get commission, by the way, or anything like that. I just promote people who I know are great. So I'll always promote Chris, I'll always promote Glyn, I'll always promote Tony Blake. And it's also why I don't promote loads of people as well, because people try and pay me. I had a message today, someone offering to pay me to promote their acting classes. No, fucking do one. Why would I do? It's so cheeky, isn't it? People see me sat here creating a community for 14 years, and then they just expect me to promote their stuff to you guys. I'm like, are you mad? It's mental. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to allow you to leverage what I've done for your own profits? For a product that I know nothing about. It's fucking pointless. Sorry for swearing. Julie, you are spending money, like you say, show reel and headshots. Yeah, great. Get the receipts. Let's get it all recorded. Kate says, self-employed anyway, but my first year as an actor and all my subscriptions have offset my wages and lower tax bill this year. Yes, lower that tax bill. So as I say, we pay enough. I'm very above board. I record every single penny, but I refuse to pay more than I have to, because we're getting screwed left, right, and centre out there anyway. My mortgage went up ridiculously because Liz Truss in 2 weeks screwed the fricking country up. We have morons, literal morons, running our country. I don't want to get... Sounds like a political rant. I'm not even political. Honest to God, I literally don't care. I'm just not bothered about it, because I'm like, I don't trust any of them. I just look after myself. But I'm like, when people running the country are literally moronic, and within 2 weeks, put a budget together that destroys the interest rates, and now my mortgage went from 1.2% to 4.5%. Screw them if they think they have any more money from me. Andrea, register as self-employed, says, and have a limited company for the production company. It's good to receipt everything you spend to offset the tax when you get paid that big wage. Yeah, and also there is... So we'll look at it tomorrow night, and don't get overwhelmed by this, folks, but anybody who's earning over $6,500 a year from their acting career or any other side hustle, it is probably worth you, we'll look at it tomorrow, getting registered as a limited company and putting your revenue through that. It never used to be until the new rules of 24/25 have come in. Now there are scenarios where it would be useful to do that, and you can save even more money. So we're going to have a look at that as well. But please don't get overwhelmed by this. This is why Glyn's here. We won't dive deep in it tomorrow, because it'll just confuse people. We'll look at it holistically, and then if you want, as I say, Glyn will set Act on This members up as self-employed for free, and they'll do your first year of accounts very cheaply. If you do want to have somebody who really knows what they're doing it for you and saving you far more than it's going to cost you. Let's have a look. John says, when would be the best time to go to someone for help? At the moment, not earning enough from self-employment. Do get pay as you earn from other employment, pay tax on it. Ultimately, John, the best time to go is when you start spending money on your career, mate. If you're investing in, I know you do a lot of courses, mate. You've probably spent thousands on acting workshops, courses. Like, you should be self-employed already, mate. 100%. Doesn't matter about your earnings. That's the least of your worries. You want to be... you want to be accruing all of those losses, basically, so that they don't just get, lost in the ether. Right, any more questions? What is it? Oh, we only got 3 bloody minutes. Zoe says, I remember my brain exploding after my initial phone call with Ross. That's not me. That's Glyn's employee, Ross, at Summit Chartered Accountants. I email him most weeks with silly questions, and he always answers. They're amazing. Literally the best. Honest to God, I just feel they're the best accountants in the industry. Full stop. And the good thing about Glyn and Summit, the company that Glyn owns, Summit Chartered Accountants, is, like I say, they deal with so many actors, like high-profile actors as well, like really high-profile actors turning over hundreds of thousands or millions, right down to actors who are just starting off and aren't earning anything yet, but they know the industry inside out. So you will always get looked after far better, and you'll save more money by going to an accountant like that than you would do going to my previous accountants, who I can only describe as clowns. Honestly, the accountants I had before Glyn, I had a great accountant back in the day, and he retired. He sold his company to like a circus, basically. The only year ever I was with them, they submitted my tax return not only like late, so I got fined, but incorrectly to the tune of over £10,000. They just missed out of my accounts. Jokers. So I was at a wedding, spoke to someone who worked in Media City in production. I was like, I'm looking for a new accountant. He said, Glyn Jelly, Summit Chartered Accountants, looks after the production company this guy worked for. He's like, you want to get onto him? Best thing that I ever did. And then from there on, I've never looked back. Alex says, Ross, could you please try and get Veronica Tofilska on? She directed Baby Reindeer. I've not seen Baby Reindeer yet, but everyone's banging on about it. Do I need to watch episode 1 tonight? How long is it? How many eps is it, Alex? And who else here has watched it? Put a comment here and mark it out of 10. I want to know what we get. If we average more than an 8.5, I will commit to watching it, even though this is going to be the busiest 2 weeks of the year for me because I'm running this company entirely on my own. But let me know. Let me know what you think of Baby Reindeer. Apparently it's like fascinating, but pretty, well, mental, isn't it? It's just sort of like, I don't know an awful lot about it. Isn't it about a stalker? This woman who stalked this bloke for like, I don't know, years, sent thousands of emails and texts and phone calls and presents, and wasn't one of them a baby reindeer? Was that where the name comes from? I don't know an awful lot about it. Something like that. Let me know though in the chat. And Andrea says we almost went bankrupt at Christmas due to a bad accountant. Shit, Andrea. That's not what we want. That's absolutely not a word that we want to associate with our business. I'm glad you've got that sorted. 8 episodes. 8 episodes. Oh, only half an hour each, and one being 45 minutes. I can do that. That's even better. Half an hour I can do. I can get into bed. I can watch Baby Reindeer. Yes, and Andrew says it's an 11 out of 10. Harrowing to watch. I watched it last night. Did you binge it, the full thing, Andrea, for 4.5 hours? Started watching last night. It's mental. You'll love it. It has you vibes. I love you. I love you guys, but I mean you. The show on Netflix. I love that show. Yeah, I'll definitely watch it if it's like that. Watch it, John. He said it sounds interesting. Definitely. Julie says, I did email you to see if you need any help. Did you, Julie? Thank you so much. Julie, I'm so, like, my inbox. I've got 3 inboxes, a DM box on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter DMs. Is literally insane. Well, I don't need to get back to you because I can just say thanks here now. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely, I will let the community know. The one thing that you all could do for me while Petch is away, this is really, really, really useful if you didn't mind. Obviously, we've got the community hub on actonthis.tv. We've got the Facebook group as well. We've got multiple Facebook groups for various programs that we run. Petch looks after all of those. Now, I obviously will put time aside probably once a day to go into each group and reply to everything that I can. If there are members of the community here and you think you can answer a question or jump in and help somebody, maybe you've seen a webinar or you've been around the community a long time and you know a lot about the industry now and you can help somebody answer a question that they've got, it would mean the freaking world if you would jump in and answer that for me if you could. If it's something that is you can't answer, I'll get to it no problem, or someone could tag me in it or something like that and we'll get to it eventually. But over these next 2 weeks, doing Petch's job as well as my own, and we're maxed out anyway. Normally, between the two of us, we don't get it all done. I'm challenging myself to just try and see if I can survive for 2 weeks while he's sunning himself in Mexico with his wife Emma on their honeymoon. So if you can muck in, that'd mean the absolute world, honestly. And get those affiliate links out there. Anyone who's not an affiliate yet and you're a member of Acts on This, jump into the affiliate scheme, get registered, start sharing your links, help me build this community. We're stronger together. The more people I can have, spreading the word, the better. So actonthis.tv/free if you want to find out about the affiliate scheme and you're not a member yet. If you are a member, just jump into the affiliate scheme in your members area, get signed up. Definitely. Zoe says, do you know anything about voluntary national insurance, Ross? Yeah. Choosing to pay a little each week towards your pension if you're not earning enough to pay it. Yes. We're going to cover this tomorrow night. It'll blow people's minds now, Zoe. I won't talk about it, but there's something called Class 2 national insurance and Class 4 national insurance, okay? The rules, again, have changed for 2024, 2025. We will cover that briefly tomorrow. It's something that Glyn will be able to help you with 100%. But yeah, it's something that if you're registered as self-employed, it's well worth paying a voluntary contribution to each year because you obviously want a pension, don't you? But the good news is if it's now, because of the new rules, if you have a pay-as-you-earn job and you pay national insurance through that, I'm pretty certain you no longer have to make a voluntary contribution if you're self-employed as well. Glenn will talk us through it tomorrow, but I think people are going to be roughly 300 quid better off now with the new rules than they used to be with the old rules. So we will cover that. Again, another reason to get self-employed. If you have a pay-as-you-earn job and you're paying national insurance and tax there, it's now more tax efficient than ever to register as self-employed because of those lesser national insurance contributions that you have to make. So that's all good. Right. I said I was going. Well, I just like it a lot. Should we just stay on for a bit or what? I just like hanging out. Anyone who's listening to the recording of this on a podcast, tweet or post on X at ActOnThisTV. Just let me know if you just sometimes like just hanging out, listening to inane chatter from me and the community, because I listen to a lot of other Q&As like this, like YouTube Lives and stuff. And I'll walk around with headphones in. I just quite like the company. That's because I'm a lonely man. Clearly, I'm like, I just want to you feel like I've got friends. So we'll just hang out here for a few more minutes, definitely. Oh, Alex, you've left your pay-as-you-earn job. Yeah, I don't think you'll benefit from the new system, mate. Get another pay-as-you-earn on a, I don't know, 0-hour contract and just pay a little bit. Something like that. Terry's here. Says, if you're with Summit, you're with Summit as well, Terry. Everyone's with Glyn. It's amazing now. They give you the option to pay a lump sum straight to HMRC. It's definitely worth doing. Yeah, I think check the new rules though. We'll check them out tomorrow night, Terry. I think it has changed. I think people are going to be better off now because of these new rules. I'm pretty certain it's if you've got a pay-as-you-earn job as well. Right, anything else that I've got to tell you? So we've covered Glyn, I've covered the lineup of stuff coming out. actonthis.tv/live to remind yourself of all of the new calls that are coming up. Get a membership, folks. If you're not a member of the community, come and try it out for a month. I promise you will not want to leave. Let us help you push your acting career forward way faster. It's an incredible community. We've got 1,000 actors in the community. Everyone is buzzing, positive, motivated, inspired, wants to help. We meet up regularly in person and online. We do live calls every Tuesday or Thursday. We do Rapid Fire Friday Q&As every other Friday. We do cocktails and conversation nights with a big quiz where you can win Amazon vouchers. We've got this is, isn't it? This is just the best acting community in the industry, full stop. Full freaking stop. I don't think anything else comes close to it. Everybody else, I feel, not everybody, I can't say everybody, because there are some good people. A lot of people, I will say, are just out to make a quick buck. They're not actors anymore. They've failed their careers. They want to sell you a dream they never got to live themselves. They're business people who never had anything to do with the acting industry and just want to dangle a carrot in front of you and take your money. And then there are some good guys, There are some good guys. There's probably, I don't know, I think there's 4 out of 10. 40% of people in the industry are great, definitely. There's some really good companies out there, definitely. But there's a lot of shysters, as there is in any industry. So be careful. But I can assure you, we've still got the best community anywhere, definitely. Any idea when the next in-person meetup is? Yeah, June. First weekend in June, Sarah. And it's going to be Manchester, London, and legend Di Ellis, who is an Acts on This member, is going to do our first Birmingham meetup, I think. So it's not this coming meetup in the first weekend of May. It'll be the first weekend of June. We've done it then because it's going to be sunnier, I hope. Anyway, we do them 4 times a year in person. We do one at the... When do we do them? December. Oh, no, we do December. When do we do it? It's 4 times a year, and it once a quarter. But we do a Christmas one, a summer one, an early start of the year one. I can't remember, but it's all in the members area. Anyway, if you dive into... look, I'll show you where you'll find these. For anyone who's not a member, let's pull the curtain back. Let's go into the members area. Let's click into the community hub. Ultimate Contacts database. Anyone who's not a yearly member and you want every email address of every casting director, casting assistant, casting associate, and agent in the industry, upgrade to an annual membership, save 45 quid a year, get access to that. It just had a massive update last week. Community hub, dive into this. This is where all the magic goes down. When it loads, there you go. So meetups, clicking at the meetups tab here, and you'll see there's our May online meetup, our Rapid Fire Friday happening this Friday. There's the live room there you can click into. Don't forget the challenges, folks. I'm loving seeing people complete April's challenge. It's called Get Active for April. I want you to get out, get your earphones in, listen to a podcast and Acts on This, go for a walk, and then take a picture of your surroundings. What inspires you? You know, tell us a little bit about it. The winner, basically the one with the most votes at the end of the month. Look at all these members who are just smashing it. There's Petch running the marathon. Whee, go on, Petch. Loads of people have joined this one. The winner every month, you know, we vote on these, and the winner gets a £20 Amazon gift card. So it almost pays for a monthly membership. So get in there, and then members, it would mean the world. Yeah, if you dive into the feed here and you answer people's questions, because you can see it's a really busy community. Stuff's getting posted all day, every day. Let's just have a little check on who's winning on the leaderboard. Let me refresh the leaderboard, because you get points, basically, for being a legend in the community. Josh is up there. 1,143 points, closely followed by Alex, closely followed by Julie Frost. Look, I love this, though. Look at all because you get points, basically, for replying to people, for joining challenges, you know, for posting things, just ultimately being, you know, top community member. Zoe in at number 12. Get up there, Zoe. I'm probably going to start giving prizes away for this. That's the all-time leaderboard. This month, let's see who's the best this month. Kerry Ann Plants crushing it this month, followed by Dom, followed by Ashley, followed by Di. So all-time, Josh, you're still crushing it. But, mate, all-time, this month you need to up your game, but you've got married, so I'll let you off. But I love that. It's just a bit of fun. Hopefully people enjoy that as well. It's not pitting people against each other. It's just a little bit of fun. But I'll probably start giving prizes out just for, you know, maybe merch. Maybe the people who come top of the leaderboard get free Act on This merch. You might get a hoodie. You might get a t-shirt, something like that. Let me know if that would be cool. We'll do something like that. I just freaking love it. Sarah says, so close to the top 10. Get on it, Sarah. Get on it. Andrea, yeah, do the challenges as well. They're honestly, I just want to make it like, I just want people to really sort of feel they know each other. It can be a lonely industry, this, and I know a lot of people who do try and attack it on their own, and I just think it's impossible. I want people to really feel that they know each other. We know a little bit about each other's lives, obviously only what you want to share. It just makes it, you know, a lot more cohesive, doesn't it? You know, it's nice to root for people, you know, who you feel you know, and you can collaborate with. You might find showreel partners. You might end up working with each other on a TV show. You never know. Definitely. And Josh wants a cap. We'll sort you out with a cap, Josh. If you get onto the top of the leaderboard for a month, get you a cap. Right. Hung out long enough. I'm going to let you guys go because you need to get to bed. Thank you so much for being here. Really means the world. Honestly, so much coming up for members of Acts on This. Thank you for being a part of it. Like I say, spread the word. Get your affiliate link. Earn some money. Get on tomorrow night's call with Glyn Jelly. Let's sort all your finances out for this year. Yeah, I'll keep you posted on all the other amazing calls that we've got coming up. So I'll play the trailer out for Glyn again for those people who missed it before. But ultimately, regardless of whether you are profiting from your acting career or not, if you are spending money, you need to be registered as self-employed because you're going to save money down the line when you start earning, definitely. Right, love to you all. Have an amazing week. Catch you tomorrow night. And here's a little bit more of the Glynmeister. Until then, bye for now. Actors, it's a brand new tax year, and if you want to save yourself literally hundreds of pounds, I want to invite you to this week's ActOnThis.tv live mastermind session. It's taking place on Tuesday, the 23rd of April at 7:30 p.m. on Zoom with this absolute legend here. In my opinion, the #1 actors accountant in the UK. It's MD of Summit Chartered Accountants, Mr. Glyn Jelly, in the house to make us all richer this year. Glyn, thanks so much for being here, mate. What are we going to be covering on Tuesday night then?
Well, first of all, if you're an actor, you're not self-employed yet, then why are you leaving potential money on the table? Literally hundreds of pounds. And even if you don't think you're enough, there's probably potential that you should be registering for self-employment.
Yes.
We'll also be covering changes to the tax rules for 24-25 following the budget. And then we'll be looking into how you can make the most of those changes to save yourself even more money. Then we'll be looking at things you can claim as an actor. There might be things you didn't know. And then hopefully answer all the questions that you have so that you're more informed for the year ahead.
Yeah, and you're not panicking come like January where everybody's like just like looking for receipts for everything to try and get their tax return in at the last minute. If you want to get involved in this, guys, I would really highly recommend you do. Get yourself over to actonthis.tv/live for full details of this session and every session we do. We sit down almost every single week with the biggest casting directors, agents, actors, writers, directors, producers, other industry pros like Glyn to help you push your acting career forward way faster. So actonthis.tv/live for that. And then Glyn, a little bit of pressure. I might have asked you this last time you were on, but why don't actors want to miss this session in particular?
Well, firstly, accountancy is amazing.
Yes.
So you don't want to miss that. Next, you don't want to lose the ability to save money, and yeah, we'll be covering that. And then there might be an offer as well to help, especially new actors. You know, if they need to get self-employed or if they need the device to get set up. So yeah, we'll be here to help.
I love it. There might be a little offer that Glyn's got in his back pocket for all Acts on This members. So yeah, honestly, folks, if you literally want to save yourself hundreds of pounds, if you like money and you want to be richer as an actor, be there. actonthis.tv/live.